what President Zuma did, he said, okay, I'm granting free education. It must be free, because what his colleagues were arguing that there's no money in South Africa. But there was a company that he identified. He said this company of government can be able to fund this higher education for everyone. It can be. There is money in South Africa. We are one of the richest countries in the world. The only issue that we have in South Africa is how the resources are redistributed. We're not a poor nation. He made that proclamation, free education must be given. And he fired Nzimande. Because Nzimande was one of the people who even went on a national television and said, students are saying fees must fall. We are going to open our organization which says students must fall, mocking us. It's there on YouTube. Then Zuma removed Nzimande. But the NEC of the ANC turned against Zuma. They removed Zuma after he made free education for everyone. In 2017, students will tell you they never paid. Literally, if you excelled in your matric and you were accepted in any university of your choice, you will go there in and be accepted and government funded through NSFAS. Zuma was removed. Cyril came into power. He brought back Nzimande. Nzimande reversed free education. That is why even till today, we're in a crisis of accommodation. We're in the crisis of students that sleep in lecture halls. We're in the crisis of students who are being defunded. Today, as we speak, because the gains that we fought for are being reversed. In South Africa, there is money. Kuna na le mali le yani ibizwa ngana le impesheni.
UIF.
Impesheni yako.
Okay. PIC.
Yes. PIC. Those are trillions and trillions of rands that you can take and redirect to higher education. But even before that, we set ourselves on our proposal to government, because we're not just protesting on the street, but we even did an intellectual work. Tax the big corporate companies. Tax them. Tax the rich. And fund free education. And when we said free education, we never said free education only for a specific race. We said even the child of Minel must study for free. Everyone that qualifies, you study for free, because we believe that when I'm a doctor, I'm not a doctor of Khanyile. I'm not a doctor Yagasbu. I'm not a doctor Yagangob. I'm a doctor of the nation. We took that from O.R. Tambo that said, any nation that does not take care of its youth does not deserve its future. So you cannot make an education a commodity. Education must be made a public good. It must be like water. Where you know water is subsidized in South Africa. It's almost free. Even education must be made a public good. Go to Cuba. There was a song that we used to sing during our revolution. There, Cuba bafunda mala, South Africa siyabhadala jona mntanami ubujuna, jona mntanami uzothola isibhamu sokushaya amabhunu. Cuba bafunda mahala as we speak. Yet Cuba is far poorer than South Africa. They only survive on sugarcane. Tina, we have all mineral resources yet to make us pay. Why in Cuba they study for free? Because they know that education is a public good. When you teach the second layer, young people, you educate them. It means your country is in good hands. Because once you can have the illiterate youth, the country will be doomed for failure. So why do you make people pay for education? Because it must be made a public good, a public consumption. You shouldn't. It doesn't make sense. Why would education be 250,000 a month? A year, almost 1 million. When you go to VET, you know VET how wealthy it is. It has trillions and trillions of rands on its reserve. VET can actually run for the next 30 years without collecting any fees from anyone. They are rich, these universities. They make money out of students. So those are our what we put before a government. And it made sense to Zuma. There's money in South Africa. You don't think that we have scarcity of resources. uthe ile mali
PIC.
Tax, open a new tax, you fund this education. It's not even a big issue. Sbu, make me a minister of higher education. I'm telling you, within 48 hours, I'll declare free education. And the country won't collapse. It only needs a will, leadership that has a will. We have money. The issue is the redistribution of resources in South Africa.
Next fast on 2024, Zwile bathi imali ayikho, intwana ziyakhala. Same cry you guys were crying almost a decade ago. Because fees must fall is almost a decade ago now, ne? Just as how quickly time flies. Intwana zethu nano zikhala same thing. Into benina benikhalela nani.